plantain. You see this plantain? Don't cut them.
Yes, smoky.
Don't cut this plantain.
God have mercy.
Okay, me, I don't understand though. This, I don't even see the all these places. They throw away dustbin for ya. Wait, may I show you? Come now. Okay, don't they press me for neck now. Jesus. Okay, what do you? Sorry. This is what they do like this now. Sorry. You see all this place?
Are very stupid.
See that place will bend. That place just bend. That place will bend. Now make it up. That place will bend now. How I go take views for that place? Wait. One bed my ear. Why did it? Jesus! Hold on. Please hold on. Jesus.
Years of
What do they do with madman? That man a madman. A madman though. He said that man a madman. He come out from our side, Jesus, last week we don't find him cease. What did they do with madman? Jesus. No. Carry me say, want sell land, give me. If you want buy land, be careful, oh.
Thank you. What are you doing with a madman and land?
The man carry me, say want sell land, give me because me I need to buy land where I want you to do something.
How can a madman show you land? I know you. You always at the wrong place.
As I say, you know me.
I know you very well. You never does anything right. Let me tell you, whenever you are looking for a property like this, especially a landed property, go to the right source. Let him know.
Plus Real Estate.
Okay,
Owned by Dr. Julius Oyedemi. So that's the right place to go.
I don't hear that name before. I've been in the poco. And don't forget, they buy and sell land, give you professional property management, manage your estate, and so many other professional services. That is the right place for you to go.
But sir, how can I contact these people?
You can contact them through this line.
So now they show for screen.
Yeah.
I don't fuck up, I mean no.
Sir, always be at the right place.
Thank you, Nama, we be you. Man, chase. No.
information, they say, is key. And by key, do well to join us every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
All right, a beautiful morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. How are you all doing? Trust you had a wonderful night rest. It's the beginning of a new week. It's the beginning of a new day. Welcome to yet another amazing moment on Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. This is Table Talk, where we bring to you the latest and recent happenings around you. Of course, this is where you get the very best of information. Yes, happy Mother's Day. I think yesterday's Mother's Day happens to be the third or the fourth celebration of, let me use the word women. I think we've had Modern Sunday. We have International Women's Day. We have Modern Sunday. We have Mother's Day. Irrespective of the number, let's keep celebrating our women. All right. How was your weekend? For me, my weekend was awesome. I had a wedding event on Saturday, and Sunday was Mother's Day celebration across Pentecostal churches. I guess so. And yes, I also had a wonderful night rest, and I hope you're also ready for a new week and what the day and the week has in store. On Table Talk, we bring to you a breast of happenings around you. We look into different stories making the rounds. We carefully select a few of them. We bring them to the fore. We talk about them and also give you the opportunity to talk about them as well. This is the platform that also gives you the opportunity to express your views, your opinions, your views concerning any of the stories that we will be bringing, that we will be talking about this morning. Feel free to be part of the conversation via the comment section and also our WhatsApp number, which is right there on the screen. Yes, the stories this morning are very, very interesting. You see, there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. Now you want to become aware of the cocoa, the main gist. You want to become aware of those hot, juicy, sweet stories. That several newspapers are talking about. This is what Table Talk does. Yeah, it goes across all news platforms. It goes across all news platforms. It picks a few of those very catchy, interesting stories that people want to become aware of. Those stories that we say, oh yes, people want to become aware of this. People would love to talk about this. All right. Yeah. So we carefully select a few from all the stories making the rounds. We bring them together. We bring them together to the table. We talk about them and also give you the opportunity to talk about them. And as usual, the Table Talk program begins with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about. Yes, let's begin immediately with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about. Number one, Rivers State Factional House of Assembly led by Speaker Victor Okojumbo has invited a commissioner nominee, Danagogo Oboroma, for screening and confirmation as a member of the State Executive Council. In a letter signed by the factional clerk, Dr. G.M. Gillis West, he asked Iboroma to appear before the House on Monday by 10 a.m. So as we speak to you, I'm very, very sure, I'm very, very certain that that screening is currently ongoing, and we look forward to, having we look forward to the platform. I mean, we look forward to the outcome. Yes, we look forward to the outcome of that very, very screen. All right, number two, Mr. President. Former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, has said, despite the fact that Nigeria is a complex country, it is not too difficult to govern. Obasanjo, while commissioning Presidential Lodge inside Osun State Government House, Oke-Ifia, Oshogbo, alongside Governor Ademola Adeleke and former Governor Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola on Sunday, May 12th, noted that governance is easy when leaders are honest with their conscience. I totally agree with that. What about you? Okay, let's move on. Hoodlums at the weekend attacked a police station at Umabo Eha Ulumona in Nsukka local government area of Enugu State, leaving 2 policemen dead. The hoodlums had earlier on Saturday evening attacked police and road safety teams at nearby Oba community in Udenu local government area of the state and reportedly left a policeman and 1 officer of the Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC dead. Number 4, members of the organized labor on Sunday night announced that they would shut down offices of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, and distribution companies nationwide. They said the offices would be under lock and key until the federal government accedes to their request on total reversal of electricity tariff hike. Number 5, the coalition of Fulani groups in Plateau State has claimed that the recent attack on their members in Basa local government area of the state is a confirmation of the Department of State Service DSS alert of threats against their members. The group said this at a press conference in Jos, capital of Plateau. Number 6, Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State has said the country's lopsided federalism practice has hindered the development of states, calling for a review of revenue derivation formula in line with the practice of fiscal federalism. According to him, Bayelsa cannot continue to use its money to develop another state. Number 7, quickly, prominent leaders of All Progressive Congress, APC, and the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Rivers State on Sunday cried out a solidarity protest to the House of Assembly quarters in Port Harcourt. The protesters were received by Honorable Martins Amewule, Speaker of the Assembly faction loyal to Nyesom Wike, Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT. And then number 8, a landlord Bola Abiodu and her husband, identified simply as Sunday, have flown their Temidire community home in the E4 local government area of Ogun State after allegedly disposing of their tenant's body in a canal. It was learned that the incident, which occurred on May 8, 2024, led the State Police Command to launch a manhunt for the couple after their disappearance following the alleged crime. And then number 9, the International Monetary Fund has warned the Nigerian government to remove what is called implicit fuel and electricity subsidies. In a report published recently by the IMF, the organization told Nigeria that the subsidies would guzzle 3% of the nation's gross domestic product in 2024, as against 1% in the year before. And then number 10, residents of the ancient city of Zaria in Kaduna State were on Sunday thrown into mourning following the arrest of one Abdulaziz Idris, who allegedly abducted and killed his 6-year-old cousin, Aisha Dahiru. The police public relations officer, ASP Mansar Hassan, while confirming the case, said Dahiru was kidnapped while on her way to Islamia School, Quran School. And that's a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about. And at this point, we segue to the stories that we've selected for discuss this beautiful Monday morning. Do not forget to like, to comment, and to share. Of course, I would love to hear from you. Let me know where you are watching me live from, where you can hear us live from, and how was your night as well, and how did you spend your weekend? And also feel free to talk about what we are talking about this morning. We begin with this very one. It says, River Crisis, Tinubu would take sides between Wike Fubara presidency. All right, we'll take this story and then we move. All right. It says here that you lack moral standing to talk about impeachment, Rivers government tells. Okay, no, that's on the rider. All right. I'm trying to look for this. Okay, yes, the presidency yesterday said President Bola Tinubu will not take side between Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, and Governor Siminalayi Fubara over the ongoing political crisis rocking Rivers State. And this came as the Rivers State government yesterday took a swipe at the Abdullahi Ganduje-led All Progressive Congress APC over comment that Governor Siminalayi Fubara has committed impeachable offense. The State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Joseph Johnson in Port Harcourt, said Ganduje has no legal ground to talk about the impeachment of Governor Fubara. Also, Rivers State elders and leaders in People's Democratic Party, PDP, and All Progressive Congress, APC, said to be loyal to Federal Government Territory FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, warned Governor Fubara not to tamper with structures at the House of Assembly quarters. Meanwhile, court suspended factional Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Martins Amawile, has insisted that the structures at the Assembly quarters were in excellent condition, fully functional, and currently occupied by the lawmakers and their family members. In another development, youth of Rivers State have urged President Bola Tinubu to take action and call his FCT Minister Wike to order over the continued political crisis in the state. Special advisor on media and publicity to President Tinubu, Jury Ngalale, disclosed this during an interview on TVC. Ngelale said anyone who is the belief that President Tinubu would take their side in a political crisis would be disappointed. According to him, President Tinubu won't allow any attempt to frustrate the Rivers government. Now, when I came across this very story from the Vanguard, which I've just read, I asked myself a question. Why is it that when you have somebody leaves a particular political position, the person will still be eyeing the activities, monitoring the activities in that position? Wike is no longer the governor of Rivers State, but Wike will not allow the current governor of Rivers State to breathe. He is currently serving as the minister of FCT. There are quite a number of challenges in the FCT. There are quite a number of things to be done in the FCT for it to become what it should be. But Wike is busy causing political crisis. And this is as a now. I read earlier that it says that Fubara should not tamper with whatever. The governor, to a large extent, has the right to do what he deems fit or what he feels is the best decision, to take the best decision towards the progress of the state. If you, as an ex-governor, have put up any form of structure or put up any form of, somebody else, a Pharaoh who doesn't know Joseph, can come into seat of power and feel this should not be done this way, probably feels this way, if it is done this other way, it is to the betterment and the interest of the state. So why will you then, as an ex-governor, somebody who wants to occupy that position, if not out of selfish interest or out of the fact that some sort of exposure, you would be your hidden skeleton in the wardrobe will be exposed? Why not just move on with your life and face the current position that, that's just me thinking, like a bloody civilian that I am, I would also love to hear from you. What is your take on this very one that I've just read out? Why do you think Wike is not allowing Fubara to breathe? And why do you think he's still playing the role of, will I say distraction? Or why do you think Wike is doing what he's doing to the current governor of Rivers State rather than just ignoring whatever it is do you think it is out of selfish interest, or do you think it is also in the best interest of the state? What do you think? The comment section is there, right? Let's talk. Let's move to this day, and this very story we selected from this day newspaper. It says President Tinubu suspend cyber security levy to prevent overburdening Nigeria. Somebody clap hand for Jesus. 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 In a situation where political leaders don't know what to do, and they just wake up one morning and just take decisions, and then you be like, which one is this one again? When we are here, which one is cyber security levy to prevent? Okay, now. Well, they've suspended it. Well, the reason why they say they are suspending it is to reduce. So they know it. Okay, well, it's all good. Now it says here from this day newspaper I am reading from, President Bola Tinubu at the weekend directed suspension of the implementation of the cybersecurity levy as provided for in the Cybersecurity Act 2015, recently unveiled by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to avoid overburdening citizens who were allegedly battling economic hardship. KPMG, a global firm that provides audit, tax, and advisory service, also raised issues with the timing of the 0.5% cybersecurity levy by the federal government, saying it is ill-timed under the current economic realities. But chairman of The state's Committee on National Security and Intelligence, Senator Shehu Buba, yesterday said the cybersecurity levy was not targeted at individuals but meant for financial institutions and telecoms firms, among others. Okay. Relatedly, Director General World Trade Organization WTO Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala asked the federal government to streamline its taxes and levies, arguing that though higher taxes may not be bad, they should not constitute an undue burden to the people. It was as a Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, and other concerned Nigerians filed a lawsuit against the CBN over its failure to withdraw the patently unlawful circular directing all banks and other financial institutions to deduct the customer's account a cyber security level. They should try to my account. They will see what I will do to them. What's your take on this recent suspension of the cyber security levy that was initially introduced? Okay. Let's take this very one that we also picked from Sahara Reports. Yes, Sahara Report here says Nigerian police confirm rescue of 14 abducted Kogi University students. That's a good one. The Nigerian police, yes, we commend that. The Nigerian Police Force Kogi State Command has disclosed that 14 of the abducted students of the Conference University of Science and Technology, or SARA Okene, have been rescued. Some bandits had abducted the students who were reading for their upcoming examination on Thursday night. The bandits reportedly came in through the bush, went into 3 lecture halls, and began to shoot into the air to scare the students. However, when contacted via a telephone call by Punch on Sunday, the state police public relations officer William Aya said, so far 14 of them have been rescued. Our men are in the bush trying to find the rest. Meanwhile, the state government, through a statement issued earlier on Sunday by the State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwo, said some of the abducted students have been rescued, while the number of rescue students wasn't stated. The government attributed the rescue operation to the dominant show of firepower by security operative and local vigilante men over the kidnappers. Okay, a statement reads, it says, this is to inform the general public that some of the students abducted by government at the Conference University of Science and Technology, or SARA, have been rescued safely by local hunters and other security agents. All right, Sam, with that very story from Sahara Report, we move to the next story from Daily Post. It says Catholic bishop warns against abduction of artificial intelligence in Nigeria. The Catholic Bishop of Ekiti Dells, Most Reverend Felix Femi Ajakanye, has warned against adoption of artificial intelligence in Nigeria. Okay. He spoke in a sermon during a mass to mark the 58th World Social Communications Day held at St. Patrick's Catholic Cathedral in Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State, represented by his Vicar General Reverend Felix Odesami. He called on media professionals and politicians to raise their voice against the dangers associated with artificial intelligence. Okay. Ajakaye noted that all effort must be on deck to ensure that while we approve of the good things that technology has brought to us, we should be conscious of the dangers, both economic-wise, leading to unemployment and the moral issues that go along with it. He added, we still have high rates of unemployment in Africa. By the time we allow the artificial intelligence AI to take control of us, and it is everywhere, the rate of unemployment will be higher. The artificial intelligence, as we know, the rate at which the technology is going, a lot of jobs ordinarily done by human beings are simply being taken over by machines. And if this continues, there is going to be a serious rate of unemployment in Africa and other nations. Technology is very good, but at the same time, we have to be wary that God made us to know Him, love Him, and serve Him, so that through this, artificial intelligence has no thinking, no conscience. Where those two things are lacking, there is danger. Otherwise, the future of the world is very bleak. What is your take on this very one as well? Well, to a large extent, I agree with that. And the question I also want to ask at the same time is, should we rather how do I put it now? If we welcome the artificial intelligence thing, at the end of the day, it makes work easy and all that. All right. I mean, especially the hard, I saw a video of a robot pounding or mixing, doing this factory heavy work that humans do with their hand. In as much as artificial intelligence, in as much as technology makes life easy, at the same time, are we going to say, okay, should we say let's make life easy with artificial intelligence, or should we say let's continue the manual way because we don't want to have high rates of unemployment? On the other side, should we not also train people? Should we not also give people the opportunity or create platforms that people will leverage on and get themselves updated? All right. So if there are jobs, if there are works, if there are factories where robots and all that would take over, should we not have trained people in order to control this, train people how to supervise this? Should we not also create other forms of job opportunities that people can also take advantage of? All right, let's move on to the very next. I think let's take this. Okay, this one will be the last story because it has to do with sports. Let's keep that aside. Okay, it says here from the Punch, electricity tariff hike, labor demands reversal as protests begin today. And the question I'm asking is, where are they even starting the protests? I would love to know so that I can join them. The organized labor will on Monday, today, commence nationwide protests over the electricity tariff hike and the removal of subsidy from the power sector by the federal government. The National Treasurer of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Olatunji Ambali, and the National Deputy President of the Trade Union Congress, Tommy Etim, who confirmed the planned protest to the Punch in separate interviews on Sunday, insisted on the reversal of the tariff hike to the subsidy era. The labor action is expected to lead to the shutdown of the Abuja quarters of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, the Ministry of Power, and state offices of power distribution companies. Okay, so it's not holding in Lagos. Okay, it's Abuja. Okay, all right. The NERC announced the hike in the electricity tariff for Band A customers at a press briefing in Abuja on April 3rd, revealing that those revealing that those affected would pay 225 naira per kilowatt, up from the previous rate of 68 naira per kilowatt. That's way too much. From 68 naira to 225. Wonderful. The hike represented a 240% increase. The development marked the removal of subsidy from the tariff of customers in the Band A category, who constituted about 15% of the total 12.82 million power consumers across the country. Now, I want to ask those in the Kotun College bus stop, Adams Estate, the synagogue area, Liasu Road, that's axis, are they also under Band A? Because that area they get lights where? Yeah, I mean, I used to stay there. So I know, you see Liasu Road, Adams Estates, Ikotun, that part of Ikotun, Ilewe, College bus stop, and some parts in Governor Road where they get lights, steady, back to back. There's also this power plant that is in that Adams Estate too, just somewhere behind synagogue. That synagogue axis. Yeah. Those people they get lights everywhere. So it means that they're on that Band A. Okay, yeah. I met a friend of mine, and an old classmate, Tomiwa, and he lives in Adams Estate, and he said people are now moving out of Adams Estate. People are now moving out of that area because lights tariff now, or the money they pay for lights, is now as high as house rent. So if you are paying a certain amount of money for house rent, you are paying literally almost the same amount for light. So people are now gradually moving out of that area environment because the cost of, not even cost of living now, the cost of light. You can imagine people running out of light, people running away from light. Yeah. Nah, this is wonderful. So, well, what's your take on this very protest? Yeah, for me, I don't know, but I feel if I thought they want to increase that money from 62 naira because you don't want to increase Band A people from 62 naira, at least increase it to 100 naira now. Which one is 225 naira? Is it because they have... Okay, you know what? Don't increase it, reduce their lights. Abi now, if that's what they want. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just a bloody... Okay. This one says River Lawmakers from the Punch, and this time around Falana is talking. It says River lawmakers who defected to APC have lost their seats. I totally agree with this because we've heard and we've seen a lot of, people defecting from one political party to another political party and still retain their seats. No, it shouldn't be done that way. So if I became a honorable member occupying a particular position in the House of Assembly, and I'm defecting from the party that, I got that position to another party, I should automatically leave the seat because it was the party where I belong to that gave me that seat. It was the platform of that party that gave me that seat. So the party that I'm now defecting to should give me a seat. Are you there? Mm-hmm. So that the new party will not be claiming we have more of our members occupying space. No. Now, human rights lawyer Femi Falana has insisted that members of the Rivers State House of Assembly who defected from the People's Democratic Party to All Progressive Congress have forfeited their positions in the legislative body. Now, 25 lawmakers loyal to the former governor of Rivers and current minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has switched to the APC amid the political deadlock between him and Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Speaking on Channels Television's Sunday Politics, Falana asserted that the lawmakers would be ousted from their seats for transitioning to the APC, citing the constitution. He said, unless you can show and demonstrate that there is division in a political party that sponsored your election, you cannot remain in any legislative arm if you decamp to another party. The whole idea is that the Constitution sets out to ban political prostitution on the part of legislatures. The human rights lawyer noted that there is a court order restraining the 25 lawmakers from representing themselves as legislators in the state, as well as prohibiting the speaker from identifying himself as a speaker of the House. Now, do you see that even Nyesom Wike, he's still in the PDP, causing wahala in the PDP from APC. You see that guy is very wise. He did not defect. 25 lawmakers, all in the name of loyalty, defected. Now they must lose their seats. Yes, Wike did not defect, though. So he still have you know why? You see it now. Baba no defect. Because he knows that if he defects, he will lose his position. Now, for him to regain that position in the other party might not be easy, because there are people in that party that also or will automatically occupy that position. So he remained in his position, he remained in the party, even with the fact that he's causing wahala for his party, according to people, journalists and every other person that has one or two things to say about the whole Higihagarious happenings. So you see now. So if you think you are wise, you want to defect because you are loyal to Wike, you are defecting to the APC. Wike is still in the PDP. And he's still there because he still wants to remain and maintain his seat. So if you want to log out, also delete your account. Or if you want to delete your account, also log out. Anyone. All right, we've taken this one. We've taken this story, so I'm not going to dwell so much on it. Lady, husband flee after throwing tenant's corpse into the canal. It was part of what I read from a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about, and the Punch newspaper is also talking about it. Okay, I'll just take a few paragraphs. A landlord, Bola Biodun, and her husband identified simply. Our correspondent learned that the incident, which occurred at about 2:05 p.m. on May 8, 2024, led the State Police Command to launch a manhunt for the couple after their disappearance following the alleged crime. Now, we've taken this already. I don't want to because of our time, but I just hope that the police are able to get to the root of this matter, and the husband and the wife who threw their tenant corpse into the canal be arrested, investigations carried out, and justice be served. We've also taken this very one, stop electricity subsidy, IMF tell FG. And the reason why, something that came to my mind when I saw this very story is, why is it that Nigerian government would always get to the point where foreign bodies would begin to suggest or tell them? Why? Why must Nigerian political leaders get to that point where foreign bodies will begin to come and tell you or advise you? Or it is good to advise, but must you always be at the mercy of foreign bodies? Must you always get to that point where IMF, foreign president, ministers outside the country would begin to tell you, don't do it this way, do it this way? Why? Why? That was what came to at every given point in time, almost all the time. Let's move to the Vanguard this time around. It says, at Jeremy gas explosion, Lagos records 11 deaths. That's not a good one. Lagos State government has disclosed that out of the 33 affected victims of the recent tragic gas explosion in Jeremy, Ifelo, the local government area of the state, 11 fatalities were recorded in the incident. This came as the state government said it had taken full responsibility for the medical expenses of the affected surviving victims. State's Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Bayomi, who spoke during a visit to the victims at the Burns and Trauma Unit, Bagada General Hospital, sympathized with the victims' family, assuring them of top-tier healthcare service at no cost. According to Abayomi, of the 33 affected victims, 11 fatalities occurred due to extensive third-degree burns with severely impacted vital organs. Reading it alone is giving me nightmare. But you see, when it comes to gas explosion, gas plants, and all that, I think we should begin to apply more security measures. Gas plants and gas stations should not be so close or too close to residential areas. Yes, it should not be so close or too close to residential areas. And then there should be also a high level of strict adherence to security measures. Equipment must be available at different gas plants or gas stations so that people's life will be secured in case of any form of tragedy that may want to occur. And also, there should be strict adherence to laid down rules and regulations before setting up any gas plant or gas station. Still in Lagos, we take this very one from Daily Post. It says Lagos government vows to clamp down on illegal real estate firms. We talked about the fact that real estate companies, quite a number of real estate companies are going through a lot in Lagos State. And you know what this ends up bringing fear into the minds of investors, into the minds of people, going into or patronizing or want to, patronize real estate companies in Lagos State, particularly because of the fear of some sort of demolition. A video went viral on social media of a couple who acquired property in February this year, and in May, demolition. You see? And also, there should also, like I made mention concerning the gas plant and several gas stations, there should also be strict adherence to, guidelines, rules, and regulations when it comes to real estate investment, when it comes to purchasing, acquiring of lands and properties by real estate companies. There should be. And real estate investments is not something that is done with small money, not with small money. So investors should also do well. Investors should also do well to ensure that they go through the right channels, they do the right things. Do the right thing so that you don't end up wasting your investment at the end of the day. Yeah, Lagos State government has vowed to clamp down on unregistered individuals and organizations engaging in real estate activities in the state. Lagos State Commissioner for Housing, Moruf Akinderu Fatai, disclosed this at a recent 2024 ministerial pressing briefing. Akinderu Fatai warned that illegal real estate agents will face legal consequences for non-compliance with the Lagos State's Real Estate Regulatory Authority registration requirement. He said the warning became imperative to instill sanity and ensure fraud-free real estate businesses in the state. All right, we take our very last story. All right, yes. Where's this one coming from now? ESPN. I'm taking this very one. Arsenal show progress time on Sunday. A flash of lightning followed by a loud crack of thunder. Onto the match. What's all this big idiomatic expression now? Hey, okay. A loud crack of thunder reverberated around Old Trafford, Arsenal. Old Trafford. Now, Arsenal are used to storm clouds gathering in the real half of Manchester, a record of 1 win in their past 16 Premier League visits, underlining the submissive nature of so many trips here. However, Sunday's 1-0 win on the line once again just how far they've come under manager Mikel Arteta. Past Gunners teams would have found a way to drop points here. The obvious comparison is February of 2016, the year when then unknown teenager Marcus Rashford made his Premier League debut up front in an injury-ravaged side, including inexperienced defender Glolamo now, Varela at right back, and an aging midfielder at centre back in Michael Carrick. United somehow won 3-2, and Arsenal's title hope were dented. Even last season, Arsenal were flying unbeaten at the top of the table when they were beaten 3-1 by United in a game the Gunners dominated for long periods, only to be taking part on the counter-attack. But this time around, at least Arsenal's beaten Man U back-to-back. How many times now? The second time. Wonderful. Wonderful. This season, 2 times. That's good. They are doing well. All right, this is the point where we call it a day. We'll be back again by 1 p.m. We'll be back again by 1 p.m. for the real estate market trend, where we bring to you the latest trends and happenings in the real estate, property, and environment. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Sotoye Dan, and I'm pretending to use the Wi-Fi service at Billionaire City by Cedarwood. But guess what? It is not ready yet, even though it will be ready when this estate is launched. At Billionaire City by Cedarwood, we pride ourselves for what we have here, an amazing development, a confluence of nature and technology. Billionaire City by Cedarwood would explore futuristic tech amenities to ensure that you have the utmost experience here. From the automated gates to the QR code system for visitor access to CCTV surveillance, periodic drone surveillance, Billionaire City by Cedarwood assures of security. But beyond the security you'll enjoy here, Billionaire City by Cedarwood would have other amazing amenities. Here, there'll be a tech hub and co-work space, so you need not worry too much about troubleshooting your gadgets or getting modern tech information. Aside from that, there'll be a fitness center and a spa, a grocery store, a swimming pool, and every other amenity that a wholesome estate like this should have. Now, Billionaire City by Cedarwood, aside from the amazing features it will have, is enjoying good infrastructural development, which you can see. And guess what? This is even pre-launch, right? Billionaire City by Cedarwood also enjoys an amazing location. Sitting on the scenic Amachai quarters, Billionaire City by Cedarwood is a stone throw away from your favorite landmarks. Talk about the Asaba Benin Expressway, talk about the Asaba International Airport, which means that you actually have ease of access when you acquire a parcel of land at Billionaire City by Cedarwood or when you eventually live here. Aside from these landmarks, you also have the Nexen Octo Center, there's the Asaba Ultramodern Mechanic Village, and of course all the landmarks in the city of Asaba. Billionaire City by Cedarwood has the title called Freehold, and here you can acquire a parcel of land at the pre-launch price of 10.5 million naira. But guess what? When the window closes, you'll be acquiring a parcel of land here for 15 million naira. If you do the math, you'd realize that you'll be saving a whooping 4.5 million naira when you subscribe for a parcel of land at Billionaire City by Cedarwood. But guess what? One plot of land isn't enough for you. How about you get more and more? When you do the math, you see how much you're saving. And of course, if you have the investment mindset, you see how much you're making in return on investment. Do well to subscribe to Billionaire City by Cedarwood, because this estate will be pretty sold out. In the last couple of days, we've had dozens and dozens of realtors and investors come here. Everyone loves it here. I do too. and hopefully I'll have a plot at Billionaire City by Cedarwood. Thank you.